Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on? I'm Nemesis, and I've got my home dog here, Crypto Mikkel. Yo!
What's up, guys? And y'all know what show it is.
Yo! Yo, I hope you thought that intro was pretty sick. I loved it.
I hope y'all liked it as much as I did. Thank you again, Gundy, for providing us with this super cool intro that we can put in there and, you know, kind of give it the nice little flavor.
Right?
Little flavor. Not flavor, but just some flavor.
Right. Give some of that mining flavor to it, you know. Give it some of that mining dry, fresh air, but it's always fresh.
So dry. So dry. Guys, y'all gotta smash that like button. Right. I know that we're over like the likes already for how many people are in the chat, but I don't care. Smash it. Smash it away. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so you know every time that we go live here on DCA Adventures. Greatly appreciate it. What is up, everybody out there in the space? I love to see everybody that's out here. We got Jay Myers out here, Chris Anderson, what up, Martin, Mr. Big Art, how you doing, my man? We got Nerd2188, what is up, Nerd? As well as Gundy and Rianne. Love it. Thank you guys. Everybody says they love the intro. Glad y'all like it. Y'all can thank Gundy. He's learning a whole new technique to, you know, push out some awesome stuff and be able to support, you know, the DCA fam and do stuff in this community and in this channel. You know, he's a little bit more strapped on time, you know, and he works quite a bit, but he can do this little bit of stuff and it makes everything look good. Right. Love it. So good job, Gundy. We absolutely loved it. As well as, guys, since some of you may not know, you know, this is Mining After Dark, but we have a Patreon now for the DCA Adventure, and there is a special section down in there for us, you know, for us miners. So now you can head down into the Patreon. So we have and Nemesis, right, and we have a couple of things that we're going to be doing for this too. So I mean, gained another Patreon today. Yeah, I saw that. Patreons. I saw that. Awesome. So. Basically, come Christmas, we're going to be doing a giveaway. So you're going to have to be a part of the Patreon. Yep. This man over here's got some cool stuff that he's going to give away that's really cool. So the Secure X wallet. Woo! Yep. W20 wallet. It does have Bluetooth on it. You know, you don't have to use the Bluetooth. You know, if some of you are out there that you know, you know, but you don't got to use Bluetooth on it. But nonetheless, it's a free hardware wallet, and there are other people giving away cool stuff like Nemesis. Right. He's giving away something cool too. I'm gonna give to 2 lucky winners $10 worth of that Busy Bit. Now that is legit. And if you win the wallet, you can put that $10 right into it and use it right away. Right. And I think even Jay over there, Jay Myers in the chat. He's also, you know, in the DCA team, and he himself said that he will donate some Litecoin. So that was pretty baller. I mean, so there's some incentive, you know, some things that we're trying to give back to the community. Dude, got to make sure we provide proper value to all of you guys. And correct. Something that I'm going to add into the Patreon. This will be for Patreon members only, and you have to be part of the mining Patreon to get this knowledge. But are you mining on a Pi? One of these bad boys? Are you mining some Monero on purpose like I am? This bad boy is hashing away at 101 hash per second at 5 watts. But the problem is that when you compile XMR rig on here, it has a dev fee. Built in that you can't put the dev fee below
1%. If you put 0, it will default to 5. Oh, yeah.
You can put 1, and it will go to 1.
It'll go to 1.
But if you put 0, you get 5.
So
stay frosty and do your research, because otherwise you wouldn't know something like that.
Right. I figured out how to be able to put a 0% dev fee down on this. Yo. So I was able to compile it on the Pi, and I've got all of my notes for showing all of you to be able to recompile it if you want to do that and not pay them fees. Yo. And just to top it all off, it gets one better. If you're mining Monero on your PC and you've actually got XMR rig on your PC, I even have the configurations for having a 0% dev fee on your PC. Yo, in Windows. What? Have I been figuring this stuff out?
Yes, he has. The answer is yes. Yes, he has.
Yeah,
and not only that, what I'll throw in a little bit of extra something spicy, guys. If you're looking at the Patreon, on the DCA mining, it says that you'll have access to special Patreon posts and messages, because you'll be able to message us, and there will be a private mining Discord channel which is in the DCA, the DCA Discord. There's a special section down in there, and you'll have some mining tips and tricks from us personally, but the part that you'll get that I would love is I'm gonna need some beta testers here soon to test the mining pool.
Ooh!
And people on the Patreon will get to get on them first. And I promise you that if you're a paying Patreon member and you're in the pool, I will not charge a fee on that pool. I mean, if you're already paying like a monthly thing for Patreon for all the crazy access, there's no reason to give the beta testers any more of a fee. They're gonna get 0. I'm
gonna show everybody here if you guys see right below Mikkel here, I've got on there, this is my Pi. And if you see the donate, it's got a 0% right next to it, just to prove that I figured out how to do it.
Right underneath me.
Right there. Proof of work, guys. This thing is mining as we speak.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Just right there. Gotta love it. What's up, Ninja Grassmaster? Sorry, Ninja Grasshopper.
Ninja Grasshopper!
It's not Ninja Grassmaster now. It's Ninja Grasshopper. Gotta love it. That's such a funny name change.
Right.
But yeah, guys, I would really appreciate, if y'all help support us.
Right.
Everything that y'all do, as y'all donate to the Patreon, to the mining channel, it helps us grow and get new hardware. We can get stuff to test on here.
Not only that, it takes a lot to be able to provide a lot of content.
That's true.
So it's like it takes time. So sometimes at some point in time, if you want to see us doing a video every single day to provide that extra added value, we need to have it to where the Patreon basically helps liberate that component so that we can provide you guys with even better, more content. It's like get people like Gundy, a little kickback for all the hard work that he did just learning how to make intros. That's stuff, if I were to go through anybody, that costs money. So we got a team.
Yeah. And it's awesome. Now Joshua says there is the Radeon 7 sale on Newegg for $4.99, a good deal. Gundy says definitely not a bad one. It's not bad, but
But is a powerful word. But is a powerful word. You go first.
I really don't care for the Radeon 7 as much as I had hoped for it in the past. Things have gotten better for it. But with it having only really better plus side to like a 5700, is that it has the HBM2 memory, which is the more expensive memory, which is why the card is more expensive, but the card itself doesn't really utilize it very well.
Right.
So
the drivers don't work. They still don't work. The fans are wonky on there. They have broken the drivers for the Radeon 7, and then they abandoned the project.
Right. Yeah,
it was a test.
At $499, it's not. I don't think it's worth it.
No.
You can get a 5700 for less than that.
Right.
And a 5700 will hash just as well and stay way cooler.
Yeah. And it won't have broken fans. Right. I mean, the Radeon 7 fan control is wonky at best.
I mean, you could even get like a 5700, like a regular 5700 non-XT, and there's a way to flash the BIOS from the XT onto the non-XT versions, and it works just the same.
Yeah.
If not somewhat better, because the 5700 itself is built a little bit better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The circuitry and stuff like that, from what I've read, I'm not a hardware guy. Their stuff was built a little better.
They had more spacing on the 5700. On the XT, they kind of consolidated everything, which just kind of, once you start condensing everything down on the PCB, the components are going to start breathing on each other, and that's going to start heating up the power leads on there. And as you increase temperature, you increase resistance. So now you have to flow more power in there, which is now expediting the heat problem.
And it's causing you more wattage. So, I mean, it's... I don't know, it's not really...
Gundy's like, can't you set up your own fan profile, though?
You can.
People were having issues getting the fan control to stay triggered where they want it. In other words... if you wanted to have an aggressive fan curve, couldn't set it on there. The fans would not. You'd had to manually take control of it, and
correct. It
was better to just put them at 100% and let it try to keep everything cool from the get-go. But if you're mining with the fan at 100%, okay, fine. You're going to waste a little extra power trying to keep it cool. But that fan is wailing at 100%. It's going to have that really crisp tone to it that you're going to hear from the next room, and you will know you have a blower in there, and the fan will not live long.
Yeah. No, see, just kind of like what Nerd said. He goes, it won't, this is not if the communicate with, if it doesn't communicate with the driver, which is true. Now, granted, they have gotten better. Like, their drivers are better, but still, for the price point of the card, it's not worth it.
No.
The drivers only got better for the thermaling problems on it and the fan problems. They still don't utilize the HBM2 memory well. But not only that, there's that price point's really high. You can get a 5700 non-XT for like around $330. So I mean.
And Nerd, your cards are a rarity, because my cards have been, it's like I had a bunch of cards that were used, so they were mined for a year before I got them. I've mined on them for 2, and now I'm starting to get fan failures periodically here and there, and they just die out over time, and I'm only running mine at like 70 to 80% fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've kind of read a little bit about it, and some people actually say that running your fans at 100% is better for the fan, from what I've read. Yeah, there's like that fine line of like if it's really good or really bad, because you would figure that running at full tilt all the time would actually burn the motor out, but it actually doesn't. Because it's always moving at a very fast rate that it doesn't wear out. This is
my experience on them. Okay, so the fan motor is basically, it's got a little rod that comes out of it that the plastic fan blades basically just clip onto.
Right.
Now over time, the heat from the card itself, it's bound to happen. The plastic will start to soften just a little bit. And once it softens a little bit, it starts to wobble.
Get a wobbler.
And you're not going to notice it until the wobble becomes, visible.
Apparent enough that it either you see it or you hear it make contact with the shroud.
Right.
then you know you like, what was
so
that?
It's not every. I don't know if all fans are the same, but I've had to replace them on my Strix. I had a 1070 Ti Strix ROG Strix edition. I've had to replace the fan on that. Asus's I've replaced fans on. The Gigabyte Gamer X's triple fans. I've got another one to replace fans. You wanna know how common it is to have to replace fans? It's a moving part.
Box of fans.
It's a moving part. They're all moving parts. This is mechanic in me. All moving parts fail. It's just a matter of when. It's like it's all plastic though. That's what I've been pulling it all of these things apart, and I mean, here's one of the Gigabyte ones. I just happen to have it right on my desk, and there's supposed to be a little center pin on this thing.
There's supposed to be a circle inside that circle where the pin slides into,
and there's nothing left.
It's the pin.
It's gone.
Yeah,
it's the plastic broke.
That usually. That is a main case, or you get ones where the circle in there just gets worn out, and
they just
or they just literally fall out. I've seen them.
That's what this one did. It fell out. It was like sitting in the fan shroud, and I was like, wow. That's the first. It rejected the fan.
Right. He says, still always playing the Silicon Lottery. Yeah, dude. The Silicon Lottery. It boils down to everything.
Yeah, did the
whether
moon and
good fans. Yep. Whether or not it had good mounting pressure when they first put it together. Whether or not it had good thermal paste. Whether or not the
moon
the PCB
and the stars align?
Was the guy soldering on that board the day before? Did he come in with a mad hangover and he didn't care about that card as much? Like literally, everything has to go right for the card to be a perfect winner. Which is so hard to do. Yeah. And even when they have those really good,
hey,
top of the line Silicon winners,
awesome.
Those are what they call bin PCBs.
Yeah.
And those get pushed off to the higher performance tiered, models.
But they don't bin fans though.
No, they don't.
You just get the luck of the draw after that,
Right.
I've had Zotac fans die on me. I mean, the one that I'm waiting for, and it seems to be, knock on wood, the Trooper are my two EVGAs right now.
EVGAs are pretty good.
EVGA and my MSIs. I have a couple of MSIs. So those are the only two that have not had any kind of fan failure for me as of yet. And it's not all the fans. I got a lot of Gigabyte. I mean, it's just like this one here, this one here.
Yeah, I mean, even I got them, man. I mean, fans, man.
They just spit them out.
that one's broke, so this one got a broken fan blade.
Right
there, just
it contacted the cooler and done.
Actually, just two broken fan blades. Yeah, it just when you got stuff like this, like you would think that it still does okay, but holding it and spinning it, you can feel the whole. It pulls it, so it would eventually just stop spinning, and you could tap it, and it would kick back up and start spinning again, and then 5 minutes later it would stop because it's
out of balance.
And it's out of balance.
Yep.
So, Gunny said those Sapphires though. Yeah, those Sapphires though, they do really good. But not only that, like the newer Sapphires, like the one sitting over here behind me, it's just the nitro. It's nothing like fancy, but the fan replacement of those things is like absolutely crazy.
Oh yeah, like, I love it. One screw from the top.
It's just like an inlet. It's like this. See how
it just slips in
piece right here. It's like right here is like a
contact pad.
Is the pins. So it's almost like that, right? It's just like that, and the thing just slides in, and you push it down, and you screw it in.
Yep.
And that's it. Like
there's no
wiring to them. Like so simple.
I mean, I like it. I like it, but I don't.
For easy changeability.
Right. I like the easy changeability because you don't have to fumble trying to get the shroud off. But it would discourage people. Yeah, it would discourage people from cracking the cooler off to actually get underneath it onto the PCB, clean the PCB off, check your thermal pads. I mean, thermal pads are
I
so
gotta replace my
common.
fan. Oh, I'm gonna take it all apart.
Right,
Darn.
thermal pads are a common thing to make sure you have them. You know, if you're gonna pull a card apart, you know, and I'm gonna do a video about doing that because I've got a fan that just died out on one of my Gamer X's again. So I'll do one on here showing me pulling that apart, cleaning it. If I have to replace the thermal pads, I'll show you how I go about doing that, because anytime you see a thermal pad rip as you pull the cooler apart, it's finito. Don't even try to like jigsaw that bad boy back together. Not worth it. These things are like $1 for a pack. $1 plus, you know, shipping. So get a lot of them.
And sometimes they even have like sales that have multiple packages for multiple thicknesses.
Oh,
because some cards don't use
one
the same thickness.
Half mil, 1 mil. Yo.
Yep. You know, that is the thing. Like, you can stack 2 half mils to make a mil. Like, you can do that. It's not recommended.
No,
it's not a single piece.
Right.
You know, there is another layer between those two layers. You know, there's a layer of air that separates them, so it's not ideal.
And if you guys
it could work, just not ideal.
If you don't feel comfortable cracking your coolers off, and you don't want to play with RMA because it takes a month to get it back to you, you can just hit us up in the Discord. Links down below, and message one of us. We'll give you our sending address for bringing it to us, and we'll get it to you probably faster than RMA.
Right. Right. You know, and then once we have the
we have PO boxes.
Easier.
Oh right? God, so much easier, because it's just
so much easier.
Just send me your rigs and we'll run it for you. That's easy. We'll just take care of it. Maintenance agreements, all that good stuff. Yo.
Right. Yeah, you gotta love it. Chris Anderson, it's amazing what you can buy on the Wish and Geek apps. Yes, it is amazing what you can buy. Whether or not it's all real or not, that's debatable. I've seen people buy. There was someone that bought a 2080 Ti off of Wish.com, and it was like some weird brand, and it was super cheap, and they did a review on it on YouTube, and they did it just because they're like, I doubt this is really a 2080 Ti. Bought it, brought it in, and it was, dude, it looked like it, but whenever they actually got down to the bottom of it, it was not.
Right.
Even inside the computer, when they pulled into the drivers, it said it was.
Yeah, they flashed it.
When you get further down into the hardware level, you start pulling it apart, and you get that thermal paste off there and read that chip. You know, and they seen that it was not.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't realize that
like a 1080.
Yeah,
what it was.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that a lot of the cards for a long time, they have like a little hidden port, basically, and it's for whenever at the factory that they can do diagnostic on there, and they can program it from there. So if you've got some of the programming data tools, you can pretty much flash any card to make it whatever you want. But whenever you plug it in, because it doesn't have the hardware to support what you just flashed on there, it's gonna just have a heart attack, and you just basically got ripped off.
Right. I agree, nerd. Those P102s are legit.
Yes.
That is very true. The P102-100s
are
awesome cards. Even though they say they're 4 GB cards,
nope.
They're 8 GB cards because they're mining specific cards. They come stock with 4 GB.
4
unlocked, correct. But
when
you can put the better BIOS on them, and it unlocks the other 4. Which I have the BIOS right up here. So if anybody wants it, I can give it to you. It's super simple. Especially if you're in Hive. Hive makes it so simple. It's just as easy as flashing AMD cards, if not a little bit easier, because you don't have to worry about AMD's problems sometimes. But it's pretty straightforward in just the same way. In my opinion, it's easier than doing it on Windows. Windows is a little bit more difficult. It fights you a little more.
Yep.
So that's my 2 Satoshis on that.
Right.
But is a good card nonetheless. And you kind of speaking of hardware, because it's kind of what we were, 'tis the season for new hardware.
Yeah, the AMD.
Right, 5600 just released the 5600. So they had just dropped the, what was it, the 5500 a couple weeks ago, and now they have the 5600. And I don't know, man. It's looking to be a little interesting.
To me, the only way it's going to look interesting. Now, I get it. AMD is the memory masters. They are the workhorse masters. But it's like they still haven't gotten their architecture on the Ryzen up to the full performance level that NVIDIA really has, or with the throughput on there, or Intel for gaming. Now, don't get me wrong. I have my Threadripper, and I absolutely love it. I will not go Intel. But I also know if you're not just specifically mining with it, or a content creator, you're more on the gaming aspect of it.
Right. I'm just ready to see them come out with a 6 GB card. I've never seen AMD carry a 6 GB card.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
And the 5600 will be 6 GB, which I find funny. I'm like, I want to see what they're gonna do with this, because they only have either 4, 8, or 16.
And it's like, okay,
there's never been in betweens.
That 5600, I wonder how close it's going to be to how Apple's 5500 is. Because
they've already said that they're releasing a mobile variant of this.
Apple has a 5500 that's dedicated to just them. Yeah. And it's got the highest, and it's got the highest overclocks. Everything is just pushed to the limit on that one. It is the best card out of the 5500 series, but it's exclusive to Apple. Ugh.
Right.
Ugh.
Eyelash in my eye.
Oh no!
I felt it. Oh. But yeah, I'm just kind of interested to see how they're going to pull out a 6 GB card. They're going to be there at CES coming out here. They'll be there. The only ones that we know of currently right now are the Gigabytes that are going to be releasing the soonest, and they're called the Eagle series.
Yep.
It's pretty funny. Now, I like their quote, the eagle has landed.
Yeah.
That's a funny one. That was a funny one. You got me there. So, but they are going to be releasing an XT, and I don't know if they're releasing a non-XT version. On the reviews and all of the lineups, they only say XT. There's not a non-XT version that I have found.
Ralph's like, what's the cost of a dream rig? It's like, well, if you're dealing
dream rig,
if you're dealing with Crapple, it's almost $60,000. It's like, oh my god! But
at least you can take it apart.
Yeah.
This time, at least you can take it apart with Phillips screwdriver.
But for me, the dream rig would probably be like, I don't know, maybe $3,500 at the very high side, and that would be like that'd be like dual graphics cards, SSD.
You can get the new Ryzen 9 4700.
Right.
That thing looks baller. I was talking with a subscriber on Twitter the other day. He actually just bought the 3950X. He bought a 3900, the 3900, and the 3950X. And I said, dude, let us know how those actually end up hashing out, because I would love to know what that 3950 does on Random X. I think it'd be pretty interesting.
Right, considering that I can get a 1900X hashing at 4,100 hash per second at 195 watts.
And he can get a Pi 4 hashing at like 101 watts. Or yes. 101 hashes at 5 watts.
Yeah!
Do you like that?
Hell yeah. That took a minute to figure out. I'm gonna do a video on this thing too, showing how to overclock.
Nice.
There's not much you can really do. It benefits more. It benefits more from that big cooler on there. You know, that little cooler is so big for it though.
It's just so tiny, but it cools so good.
I would have gotten the water block. Corsair makes a water block for it.
I remember you showing me that. I was like, a water block pie? That's interesting.
And it's got like a little singular, like 120 millimeter radiator on there. I'm like, it's so cute.
It's so cute. It's a little radiator. That's pretty funny. What's up, Bitcoin Jake? He says, I'm here. I'm late. Been busy. You're good, man.
You are good, man.
He was actually busy today working on Satoshi's Quest. That's
actually kind of cool.
He graciously let me beta test today. I was playing on it. It was me and I think 3 or 4 other people that were on there. There was 2 people that got there faster than I did, because you had to find the golden tower, and had to find it. It tells you when you're close, and I was like, oh, there's other people that are close, so I just started rushing, and I was like, because you can press like F3 and it pulls up like your coordinates, so you know which way you're going and stuff. That's development stuff, and it was hilarious. I was like, I'm like 200 blocks away, and someone found it like right as I was like, I was so close. I was like, I am almost there, because it shows you like this person's close at such and such coordinates, and so I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can find it. You can like, oh, they're at this coordinates. Well, then I'm just gonna start running that direction and get there. And I was about 200 blocks away before someone got it. And I was like, oh, but yeah. Anyway, it was super fun. I appreciate it, Jake. It was very fun. He said it was a lot of fun. It was. And dude, the winner got Bitcoin, like straight up. Like that's the point of Satoshi's Quest. You win, you get Satoshis.
We have something in another language. I can't read that. And he's
Google Translate.
Right.
He says beard like a fool. Yeah, we got beards like fools here. Yes, we do, sir. Yes, we do. I don't know how to like speak your language. But,
that's Russian. I recognize it, but I don't. Okay, so the dialect is a little different from Russian to Ukrainian.
Right.
I understand a little Ukrainian. I'm horrible at reading it though. My mother probably reads it better than I do.
Right. Well, thank God for Google Translate.
Yes.
Because I could easily just like right-click that and Google Translate it and be like, yay.
Right.
He winky faced at us. Oh, he wrote another thing. Oh, I gotta Google Translate something else now. What else did you write? Yeah, that didn't translate. I don't know what you typed, man, but that didn't translate very well. Yeah, that didn't happen. He said clear that up. Yeah, it's all good. But thanks for joining me. I'm glad you're here tonight. On the note that we were talking about AMD, today, actually, AMD joined a blockchain gaming alliance. They partnered with Robot Cash and Ultra today. So that's really interesting. I mean, we all know that AMD's been in blockchain for a while. Sapphire made a 16 gigabyte Grin card. They've made mining. They've all made mining specific cards. It's not any news that like Nvidia or AMD are in the blockchain. They get a lot of sales from us miners. We got mining farms that have hundreds upon the thousands of GPUs. Of course they're no, we don't like mining. Liar. You like money. Don't lie. But yeah, so anyway, AMD actually did partner up with the gaming industry that uses blockchain technology. So they're trying to provide the members, which include Ubisoft. Ubisoft is in this gaming alliance of them, and they're trying to push out high performance computing platforms for blockchain based games. He said, so that's pretty interesting to see what's going to come upon that, as well as, you know, Ubisoft makes some pretty cool games, so I'm interested to see like what they're going to bring into some blockchain related situations. If I get to play like I was playing on Bitcoin Jake's, you know, Minecraft server and win Bitcoin, is that like, that's enticing, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
it's good usability, you know, like my Bitcoin Jake server he's playing on, you know, you get to use Bitcoin to buy more lives, you know, to upgrade your stuff, as well as you win Bitcoin from completing the quest. So it, you know, it's gives it a use case and you still win at the same time, which I like. And I agree, buddy. I agree. He's putting it in English. That's it's very good. I appreciate that. It makes it easy for me. He said no one plays the AMD. Gamers choose the green card. They do.
Know it. I mean, I've only got a rig behind me of NVIDIA.
Right. You know, it's hard to
I mean, the only reason why I've got an AMD CPU is just for the workload capability that it has. And, well, you know what? It's got a Zotac 1080 Ti Amp Extreme Edition in there. Boom.
You're welcome, Bitcoin Jake. You know, it serves its purpose. You know, it's a good comparison when we're talking about gaming and, you know, blockchain situations, because you made this server yourself. Like, you coded this server, you built it, and, you know, Minecraft is a pretty good platform to build stuff on for something like that, because it's all open sourced.
Right.
People have made so many things for Minecraft. I mean, servers, mods, like, and it's all open source. Like, they make it easily accessible for you to do stuff and have fun with it. That's the point of it. What is a bit native?
Yo.
Glad you made it to the mine, my man.
Oh, bit native. I figured out how to be able to overclock it with mining. I know you did make a comment on there. I can't up the voltage with the firmware that I have with it though, but I will be dropping a video on how I did that though. Yo. Cool. It was actually it was some of his his comment. He's like, "Can you overclock it?" And my wife's kid, who knows the pies very well, he's actually a Linux coder. He's like, there's really no way to really overclock it. And I'm like, okay, now I want to know, how can I overclock it? So I went on a hunt for like 3-4 days, and I'm like, I think I figured it out. I don't know. I think it's gonna.
I got it.
I think I'm gonna break it. But I got it to 101 hash. Yes! I gave it 3 hash.
Oh, and I just got a really important email. That's really cool.
Nice.
I'll talk about that later. Or not on this live stream, but maybe next live stream.
Oh.
That's actually really cool. I'm going to move my phone before I continue to look at it.
You're like...
On a other cool note, we were talking last night on the live stream about, I was hoping I get to win, you know, the Bitrix sweater, and I totally won the Bitrix sweater today. There was like 25 people that won, and I was one of the lucky winners. So I got to get a Bitrix sweater. It is awesome. Got little dinosaurs on it. It's so cute. And I was like, yes. And they said it won't be here probably by the time of Christmas, because it's coming USPS, and we know how they like to play. So it probably won't be here in time for Christmas. But still, you know, get down for next year, right? You know, get to maybe fold it up, put it up into like a safe little box or something, and keep it ready for next year.
For sure.
Jake said it was a super comfy. So I'm interested to see what the quality of it is. It looks pretty cool. Got little dinosaurs on it. Loved it.
Oh, Chris won it as well.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
He says Bitcoin Jake says they express shipped mine, costing them $15. Well, I hope they express ship mine too. That'd be cool.
Right.
Congratulations, Chris. That's pretty cool. So we both got one. That's pretty funny. I love it. The more the merrier, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's how that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's a lot of awesome stuff coming out, as well as all of the great graphics cards. There's new FPGA stuff coming out into the territory. From a few people. Agile Mind is starting to was coming out with their stuff, and then something happened. From what I was reading in their Discord, and something happened, and I don't really know what. I'm still kind of trying to dig into that and see what's going on.
Yeah, I've been kind of watching them. They keep on having these like weird setbacks.
Yeah, and they actually have they have YouTube videos of it actually working, and it looks kind of like an F1 Mini. It looks just like that. I was like, hey, look, it's like an F1 Mini.
Right.
How cute. I really like what AGPF is putting down with their SK1s, because they're not using a normal controller board from an Antminer. They're actually using a Pi Zero for their controller board, which I really, really like.
Oh, Chris. We need a Bitrix sponsorship next.
I agree and disagree all at the same time.
Right.
Bitrix KYCs. So I agree to disagree on that one. Do I like them? Yes. They're a good exchange. There are good and bads, but they want that KYC. So that comes down to your personal preference there. Mm-hmm. But I mean, hey, sponsorship, right? I guess. But do your own research.
Right, we're not telling anybody to do anything.
This isn't financial advice at all.
Right.
Do your own research. Love it. He says just don't make more than 10K a year on Bitrix, you're fine. Yeah, as long as you don't make 10K a year. It's just kind of like Coinbase. As long as you don't make 10K a year on Coinbase either, you don't get reported to the IRS. So just don't make more than 10K trading or anything. Hit like 9K and then change exchanges.
Right.
So that way you don't have to get hit, which is pretty funny. But yeah, so like I was kind of saying, the APGF miners, they use a Pi Zero on. He says, "Shh." Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's crazy.
Right, we don't own Bitcoin. What are you talking about?
Don't give all the secrets away. What secrets? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even have Bitcoin. I mean, that's the easiest way to not have to worry about anything. Just don't participate, right?
Right. Not like that, man. Not like that. Oh, that's funny. Can't get my train of thought back on that one.
It's like I just messed them all up.
Jake says,
"Triggered."
What is Bitcoin?
Right, exactly.
What is this Bitcoin thing you speak of?
Right, Jake? I mean, I thought you put that Bitcoin in front of there because that's what all the cool kids were doing, right?
Yeah. And then I got on this ship, and I was out cruising on the lake, and I let a pony drive the boat, and the boat went down, and man,
yeah.
They said to put it on this piece of paper, and then the paper and water don't mix.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. It's a shame. Rest in peace.
Yep.
Coin.
Right. If I had crypto, they were on this Nano Ledger S, and I like to go out on the ice with snowmobiles and
electronics and water. It's good.
Man, I don't know where that sucker went when everything went underneath the water.
Gundy says rob a BTC ATM only to break it apart at home and find no Bitcoins.
Yeah, like that one guy sitting there trying to hook up
There's been a couple of them that have stolen Bitcoin ATMs, break them open to find nothing. Because it's Bitcoin. stored on the blockchain.
Right.
Not on that computer. They'd be dumb just to like store on like a hard drive.
There was a normal ATM probably sitting right next to it that had that dirty fiat that they were. I'm just a boob tuber. I'm not that smart though.
There was one like it was a few months back, and they had broke into the Bitcoin ATM, got into it, and to their surprise, there was no Bitcoins in it, and then they hurry up and left. And what they didn't look for was there was like the money catcher, because someone was buying Bitcoins with dollars, and there was a money catcher sitting there, and they just left the money.
Yeah,
they weren't even there, but they weren't there for the cash. They're like, no, I don't want the cash. I want the Bitcoin. I don't want the cash that's harder to trace than the Bitcoin that's easier to trace. I mean, and to each your own, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love it. It's something funny. This is Martin says, I know what Bitcoin. I know what it is, Bitcoin, but I'm not going to tell you. You got to watch some videos the other day in YouTube. Oh, that's funny. Just about that. Yeah. Like Gunny said, smash them like buttons. Smash them. Smash away. Gotta get all the likes up. All the likes and subscribes and the bell notifications.
Right.
You got to. Gunny says, PM me the shirt idea.
Oh.
He says, I need it now. Yeah. Oh, Bitcoin Jake says he's working on a new shirt idea. Well, awesome. Now you can check his shirts out. It was allaboutbtc.com, if I'm not mistaken, is the website for his t-shirts. If I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure. Yeah, allaboutbtc.com.
And then yeah. Huh?
What?
Oh, I thought you were.
Announcement?
Oh, I did. Did you read up on any of the new Ryzen 9 launch?
Yeah, the 4700s.
Yeah, the 4900, the 4800, the 4600, and then there's a rumor for a 4700.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I get you.
And they're all going to be like mobile desktop variants.
Yeah, I seen that they're releasing the mobile Ryzen 9 4600. I remember reading that, and I was like, "What is that going to go in?" I would assume probably like the PlayStation, something like that coming out, or like the Xbox is probably coming out. Interesting to see if they put something like that into a phone.
Right, they're calling them like a mobile, but they're talking mobile variants. So you're talking mobile gaming devices,
right?
Mobile phones and laptops.
Right. Huh.
I think they're geared more for the laptops, though.
That's possible. It's very possible.
I think this is the next gen for the laptops, which also means that is there a potential for a new Ryzen launch for the non-Threadrippers?
That's possible. Very possible.
Yeah, it's like I'm kind of I'm waiting to see whenever the one place that I like to look for them doing the benchmarks on it. I want to see what these things are supposed to have. But they are definitely calling it laptop CPUs, though, which, dude, if it's got a good cooling solution, I wonder how it mines. I mean, seriously. Even if you're only mining for a moment.
Right, yeah, because I have like an HP that has a Ryzen 5 in it. The Ryzen 5 thing's a 5700 is what I think it is. Or I think. I'm not really sure. 3700. 37. I'm not really sure. It's a Ryzen 5. I know that much. I've kind of thought about that one as well. Like, I wonder what that would do. Just because it is a Ryzen series chip, but it's a laptop, so cooling solutions not even close to ideal.
No.
The shrouds on the back or the plastic on the back really kind of hinder it all.
Yeah, and some of them you can
have like the gaming laptops, like they still, you still get thermal throttle and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, and you can't. They don't let you unleash the power of the chip, even if it can go further. Right. It's gonna. They're gonna have built-in limiters on there, just like they do with the GPUs. You can only do so much on their GPUs because they do not. They know that there's going to be that extra heat load that's not going to be able to keep up with. And yeah, like BitNative saying, the laptop also has to have battery a lifetime on there. You're gonna hammer the battery if you mine on it. So for testing, I would do it just to test it, not to stay like that.
Right. Since I charge my batteries with the power of my mind.
Oh.
That's funny. Yeah, been able to say that those new mobile Ryzen CPUs are legit. They do look really legit. I'm interested to see what's gonna come of that, because that's gonna be really cool.
Right.
Let's see. Chris Anderson says that he's gonna make a mock-up of the new T-shirt idea, and he's gonna post it in Discord when he gets home.
Ooh.
So you gotta wait, and if you haven't joined the Discord yet, you need to join the Discord.
Links are down below, guys.
He says links are down Welo. WELOW.
Oh yeah, Welo.
They're down Welo. It's for the mem and the knobs.
Right.
Welo.
Smash that like button, subscribe, and bell notification. And for all you people on the podcast, you ought to get up on the YouTube and like interact. You're missing out on the fun.
Missing on all the fun. Well, at least some of the fun. You're missing on the visual fun.
Right.
You still get to hear us in that sense of fun, but you don't get to see us.
Right.
You get to see this right here.
Missed all of it. It was awesome. It was amazing.
You missed it. It was super cool. I showed you something really cool, guys. But yeah, so it is going to be pretty cool to see what's going to happen. All the links for the Discords are down below. You can join all of our Discords. You know, the DCA Discord, the Family Mind Discord, you know, the Dojo Insiders Discord, and the Crypto Mentors Discord. They're all down below. All the links for all of our social medias are down below. The Twitter, the Instagram. We have a few more that we're trying to work on. Facebook's being kind of weird. As well as we have some other cool stuff that's pretty good. It's coming up here soon for the DCA team, and kind of a place for us to call home is what we're working on next. Just a place to call home. So that's all coming, and I would love to see everybody join in and come hang out with us.
Right. And definitely hop into the Patreon. Get some of that behind the scenes knowledge that the general public doesn't get to see. Yo, like I said, dev-free fee? Free? Ooh, I love to have no dev fees. I know, right?
Dev fee free.
But yeah, I mean, it's like any way to keep yourself more profitable, like we were doing before. We, got to fill the holes in that leaky bucket.
You got to, man. You got to plug all those holes, otherwise you start filling it up with all them busy Bitcoins, and some of them are just kind of trickling out just a little bit.
Right. They go a little bit goes to this dev, a little bit goes to this dev, a little bit goes to this dev. That's why when we have our pool testing from the Patreon, they're gonna be testing with no fees.
Right.
Oh.
And, kind of you'll have some extra sneak footage of what's about to come, because Gundy, I know you're there. I know you hear me. I got the email, Gundy. I got it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the announcement for the announcement?
The announcement for the announcement. Yep. Pulling a Justin Sun. It's the announcement for the announcement. I know.
Oh, we will definitely see you on the next one with that one then.
Right.
It's like, FOMO.
Gotta love it. So if anybody has any questions, now would be the time to do so. We are approaching our hour mark. And any questions, any thoughts, hammer away.
Right.
I need me one too.
I just want to know what this is going to cost.
Who knows? Maybe nothing. Maybe a little bit. Who knows? Cost some, I don't know. Ooh. A little bit of time.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. All right.
So, answer away, guys. Or ask away, not answer away. Ask away.
Right. Tongue twister. Please.
I know, man. My drainage is starting to get to the best of me. I've been like trying to like withhold it, and it's like starting to bother me now. I was good this whole time.
Oh yeah, I gotta love being sick at this time of the year.
Always, dude. Tis the season. Tis the season for sickness.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So we have shout outs to give because they're on the Discord. And they're in the Patreon. So we got 3 people, right? Is it 3? You can pull that information up better, faster than me. Yeah.
I'm gonna triple double check.
So who are the people we need to give shout outs to this week?
Oh, yeah, there are 3 people.
I thought so.
Yep. So the shout outs this week are out to Rianne. She is in the chat right now. She joined up to the $15 tier, so she is one of the shout outs. So what is up there, Rianne? Thank you for subscribing. We greatly appreciate it. I really do, to the bottom of my heart. You know, it helps us grow more on this channel and do more for the community. So thank you. I appreciate it, Rianne. That's my personal thank you.
Yo.
As well as I'm trying to get to the new person. See who the new person was.
Well, we got Peter Stone. Yep. Yo, our Viking man. Yo.
Yep, Peter Stone joined in the podcast supporters. He is helping support the podcast, which we will have more podcasts, more than just the live streams that we do, because every live stream that we do. I said it. That we do, we make as a podcast as well. So not only do you get to hear this live stream on YouTube as a live stream, but later in like an hour or so, it gets posted on podcast form.
Right.
But we have some more shows coming, like my own show that I'm going to start doing. Mining Mondays at the beginning of the year, I will have a podcast only show. This will not be on the YouTube. This will be strictly podcasts. It'll be probably earlier in the day, because that's when my most free time is earlier in the day. So it'll be a Mining Mondays themed podcast. So with Peter Stone's help and anybody else that helps support the podcasters, helps us create more content and add in some more shows.
And who was the last one?
Ready for it? I'll give you a hint.
Oh, drums!
Yeah, drums token. Thank you, my man. He joined in the $5 pledge, so he is a shout out. Man, this guy has been around for a long time.
Yes.
He's an OG. He's been around a few times. He goes by some different names, depending on who you know him as.
Yep.
Depending on who you know him as.
Right.
I know him enough to know his OG name. I'm not gonna say it, but love you, drums. You're awesome, dude. You're from an awesome part of the country that I would love to visit, and my wife has visited before.
If we ever get out there, we could want to come hang out and put your town on the spot.
I would love to. That'd be so fun. So you may not be in the chat, drums, but we're thinking about you, and you're awesome, man. We really appreciate you helping subscribes.
Yo,
it means a lot. So love you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rough Group says, "Oh yeah, Benadryl and a few beers." Yeah, that's not really how that goes for me. I don't drink, but yeah, Benadryl is in my near future. The moment I hop off the stream,
right?
Mine is now running off. I'm like right at that edge that I probably could have just taken it right before I started the stream. It would have been perfectly fine.
Right.
But I didn't.
You're like, oh, fine. Now I'm regretting it.
I'll be good. I'll be good now. You're like trying to hold up my sniffles.
Right.
I'm like, this sounds terrible. I know you can all hear this.
Right.
But I can't. If I like stop, then it's just gonna start dripping.
Oh yeah. I'm
doing you all a favor.
So with the sickness, we shall cut it here since nobody has any other questions. We got no other announcements. So boom. We will see all of you guys next week, or actually we'll be seeing you on Christmas. So it'll be later in the day. So we're trying to, if you can make it here, cool. If not, it is what it is. And please, guys, hop into the Patreon. We would love to have, I would love to give you some Bizzity Bit. So, I mean, if you got in there at the $5 tier, you have a potential of having 2 months of Patreon for free with $10 worth of Bitcoin. Oh, check that out. Or a hardware wallet. Oh.
Love it.
Or some of that Lizzity Litecoin. Oh, it could pay for months of that Patreon for you.
It's true.
That's just saying. Or if you're the lucky winner and you win it all. I mean, it'd
be almost like DCAing, wouldn't it?
Oh my God. Oh.
I did it. I said it.
Oh, with that bombshell, we're gonna see you on the next one. Yo!
Later, guys.
Peace.